So your Facebook ads are not seeing a positive return on investment, and you're wondering, is it even worth it? Have you missed the boat? Well, the answer is no. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 ways to overcome the challenges almost everybody is currently experiencing with their Facebook advertising. Okay? And I'm going to show you how, if you follow what I'm about to share with you, it's actually a massive strategic advantage that ad costs are going up and competition is increasing, believe it or not. Now, what a lot of people are experiencing again is a tripling in ad prices in the last 2 years. And because of recent events, more and more businesses have been forced to transition online, making almost every marketplace, including and especially the Facebook advertising marketplace, feel hyper competitive and saturated. And it's true. But why, and how do we overcome that, and how do we flip the script and turn this into an advantage? Well, the reason why we just covered, okay? Facebook's been the darling of the ad world for the past 5 to 6 years for good reason. It's easy to use, highly profitable, and previously underpriced. And the other thing is again, everybody being forced online through recent events. Now, here's what's cool about this though. Here's where the strategic advantage comes into place. You see, where people were crushing it with Facebook ads before, well, they were crushing it simply because the media was drastically underpriced and not because their marketing was actually worth a damn, okay? As a matter of fact, you see a lot of real amateurish marketing out there that just isn't that good. But if you're not paying a whole lot of money to put eyeballs on something, well, it doesn't have to be that good. You could have something thoroughly mediocre, and with the cost of Facebook ads, what they've been in previous years, you could still be wildly profitable. Now, I can make the argument that's still a case in many, many cases, but it's going away, okay? We know the prices, again, have pretty much tripled in the last 2 years, and they're not going to let up. They're going to keep going up. So how do we turn this into a strategic advantage? Well, here's where the advantage lies. If you can put together good marketing, strong marketing, even great marketing, using the 3 points that I'm going to share with you in a moment, then all the jokers in your market who were profitable just because the advertising was cheap, well, they're going to go away. And you're going to start dominating the market with superior marketing, a superior return on your ad spend, while all the rest of those guys start losing money, giving up, and getting out. Okay? So how do we turn this into a massive, massive advantage? How do we put together better marketing than our competition? It's pretty straightforward. It's 3 things. It's who you're targeting, how you're targeting them, right, on the platform or any social media platform for that matter. It's refining your offer and refining your copy in that order, okay? So let's jump into these 3. Now, everybody thinks they know who they're going after, but usually in my case, they're not specific enough. If you can, apply your product or service to a variety of different markets, I want to challenge you to be specific about who you go after, right? Who's that very specific demographic? Who's that very specific market that are your best and highest paying customers? And I want you to narrow the way you target your market online and create marketing pieces that speaks only to that narrow market. I'll give you a perfect example. I've worked with professional service people with their online advertising for about a decade at this point. I can put something out and say, hey, if you're in a professional services type of business and you want to generate leads online and book yourself solid, fantastic. Here's what I can do for you. Here's a bunch of case studies and a bunch of different niches, and it's great. And I can get somebody on the phone for between $100, $150 here and there on Facebook. Whereas if I narrow that and say, hey, here's a way to get more clients for, and then a specific niche, real estate, mortgages, insurance, solar, online coaching and consulting, B2C, B2B, finance to fitness. If I just focus on one thing, I can get people on the phone for less than half and oftentimes a third of the cost. So my cost to get somebody on the phone might go from $150 down to $100. down to like 50 to 70 bucks, right? And that's just because I create a very specific piece of marketing, a very specific funnel for one specific vertical. And even better, if you can appeal to the most lucrative segment of any particular vertical market, then the world's your oyster. Your cost of acquisition is going to go way, way down. Like I said, half to 2/3. And your closing rate's going to go up because you're going to know exactly what to say to these people. And you're going to save a lot of money because you're not going to be targeting too broadly with everybody else in your niche. Okay? Or several niches. Okay? So that's one. Doing that one thing, even if you have mediocre marketing, if you get very specific about who you offer, it's going to save you a ton of money, who you're making your offer to. Okay? I get a little excited here. All right, so just do that. And remember, this doesn't mean I'm restricting you to just one particular niche. Just create unique marketing for each one. Again, it's going to be a lot more lucrative for you and a lot less costly on the front end. Okay, second is your offer. Hey, we offer so-and-so, and maybe we'll do this, maybe we'll do that. I hope it'll work out. Blah, blah, blah. These kind of soft, nebulous, informational, consultative offers. I mean, they can still work, but again, they're boring. And if you want to outmaneuver the competition, at this point, you've probably been in business for some time if you can afford to advertise at all. So what the common concerns, the challenges to overcome, the long-term aspirations attached with somebody working with you or taking advantage of your type of service, and all the objections, right? So your offer needs to offer a very specific outcome that's measurable, right? In a very specific amount of time. And it needs to be positioned against the crap that they don't want to do, the crap they've tried that doesn't work anymore. And you need to give them a guarantee. Okay? So I'm going to help you get X in 90 days without doing some crap you don't like to do, guaranteed or you don't pay. That is the offer structure every professional service person should be running with right now. Okay? It's specific. It's speaking to what they want. It's why they get on the phone. They don't get on the phone for our personalities or talk with us or to discover things, or for a consultation. They're looking to get something very specific out of your interaction and give it to them. Think of the best result in the shortest amount of time you can comfortably give a money back guarantee for, and put that out there, and watch how your cost of acquisition drops dramatically. Okay? Again, this could drop your cost per call, your cost per appointment, consult, whatever you call it, again, by half. It's crazy. This in combination with the tight targeting that I've previously mentioned is a game changer. Okay? If you get those two things right, you're crushing the game. Okay? You're outmaneuvering almost everybody. Last is your copy. How to best articulate the offer in as powerful manner as possible. Now, again, as a professional service provider who's probably in business for a while, has lots of case studies, lots of customers, lots of clients, you want to speak in the vernacular of the market. You don't want to use industry jargon that goes over people's head. Okay? Use their exact language. And the second thing you want to do is test and test again. Because what sounds good in your mind may not sound good to your ideal client. So you're going to want to test different ways of articulating the offer to see what resonates most with your clientele. This is relatively easy to do really quick, really cheaply with online advertising these days. It's fantastic. You can test different ways of articulating your offer and your copy in your ad, run them side by side to the same exact audiences on Facebook or any other platform, give them 3 to 5 days and just look at the click-through rates, look at the conversion rates. Simple, okay? You can do the same thing on your landing pages. And the main thing you're going to change on your landing page, of course, is going to be your headline. The headline is the biggest needle mover. Don't get caught up in, should the button be this color? Should I use this font or that font? No. It's a big offer or benefits driven headline. That's what you want to split test. Most softwares offer a really easy way to just split test different landing pages. You do those two things, split test your ads, split test your landing pages, just think of different and more compelling ways to articulate that same solid offer we just went over in combination with having a great offer for a very specific segment of a specific market, and you will outmaneuver everybody. Your cost of acquisition will go through the floor. Your close rates will go through the roof. And if you concentrate on the most lucrative segment of your market, well, your average value per customer goes up at the same time. And now all of a sudden, you can afford to outspend all your competition for advertising, and that makes sure that you have a massive strategic advantage as the online advertising landscape becomes more and more competitive, more and more expensive. Dan Kennedy said it best: he who can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. Take these three things that I just laid out for you, use it yourself, give it to your marketing person, whoever does this for you, implement it, test it. It will be a game changer. Thanks for watching. And if you like this, you want more insights on how to make your digital advertising profitable, of course, give me a follow, give me a like wherever you happen to be. You know, I post this stuff everywhere. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one.